Okay, figured I'd try my hand at a quick video here today. Just talk about something that happened to me today that I think is, in a lot of ways, typical for the kinds of needlepoint annoyances bordering on prejudice that happen to, I think, my guess is a lot of trans women out there. And the most annoying part is that in most of these cases, and I'm pretty sure in this one as well, it wasn't intentional. I don't think. But it's one of those things that I don't know, but at the time, it sort of seemed like it because, here's what happened. I was at work today, and I serve on this sort of college-wide committee. And we're doing this phone conference. There's, I think, a total of 8 people on the phone conference. And they went around, and the moderator of the phone conference, the chair of the committee, was introducing everybody and saying, oh, why don't you introduce yourself? And they went through everybody except me. And then she just proceeded to move on to the next thing and just forgot me. And finally, one of the other chair, after she went on for like a minute, said, oh, well, I think we forgot about Dana. And so, so then, I came in and introduced myself, but I was like, well, that's weird because, as everyone started getting on the phone conference, if you've ever been on for a phone conference, you say hi, and I was one of the first ones on there, and I was like saying hi, and, that I was on the phone call, and somehow, conveniently, I got left out of the introductions there. I don't, this could just be like sort of a internal college politics thing as well. I'm a librarian and we're pretty low on the totem pole, and I don't, this is a bunch of deans and faculty members that are on this committee, and I'm sort of one of the lowly staff members. But it sure felt like it didn't feel good. I mean, that's all I can say is that, these little things that, there's probably a good percentage of them that have nothing to do with being transgendered. But they sure as hell don't help the self-confidence thing. And, especially at work, I have loads of self-confidence. I'm very, very good at what I do. And, that's it. I'm very good at my job, and I'm confident that I'm not going to lose it in any way. But, it's these little things. Little things like just, I don't know what other examples I can think of off the top of my head. Obviously the usual things like the fumbling over the pronouns from people that should know better. That I mean, I've been working in my current job fully transitioned for, I think, 2 years, well, more than 2 years, like almost 2.5 years now. So the fact that some people will still stumble over my pronouns is, to say the least, a little annoying, especially when it's in like a meeting, and they say it in front of a bunch of other people. And I mean, there's just other little things that, just people won't, feel uncomfortable or just won't engage you in conversations, even though you're in a social situation, or they sort of, they subtly, sort of push you out of conversations in a way. I mean, this is another thing that, might be just part of me. I have social phobias in some aspect or another, so a lot of it could just be that creeping its ugly head up in these situations. But it sure as hell sometimes feels like that, oh, well, I'm not comfortable talking with a freak. Let's just sort of edge her out of the conversation and pretend she's not there, type of thing. And in some ways I'd almost rather just someone just said I was a freak of nature and they hated me right to my face. I'd know how to deal with that. But it's these very, very, very subtle things that, in a way, hurt the most, and they're the hardest to combat. I don't know what else to say about that. That's it.